Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee from Lunar, Eclipse, Tarot and Astrology, and glad to be back. I know I was posting videos and I took a small hiatus. Just got caught up with schoolwork. I'm currently a massage therapy student, and so when you get into your musculoskeletal anatomy, it can get a little bit challenging. You have a little bit more homework. So glad to say I almost finished up with that class, and I apologize for those who are watching, but plan to be back, and now I got a schedule set where I can actually handle this like an adult, get my time management in, and so I'm back today with another video. So I know a lot of you guys may or may not have seen the eclipse, but either way, there's no way that you could have gone not hearing about it. It was a huge deal. We just had a solar eclipse over on Monday, the 21st of August, and it went all the way across the nation. Down here in Florida, I was able to see a little bit of it, not as much as I would have liked, but fortunately some of my neighbors were able to show me really cool videos from their phones, so appreciate that. But I figured, why not do a spread today? You know, there's so many different energies going on, a lot of changes, a lot of movement that's happening between us as people. I feel like we have a lot that's going on emotionally with the change of the seasons as well. And so I wanted to do a spread today to kind of just show us where we are at as far as concerning the American people. I really just wanted to do a reading called the Halcyon Solstice Spread, because with the solar eclipse, it's supposed to be a great opportunity to like purge old bad habits that you want to get rid of, you want to discontinue in your future. And it's a great opportunity for self-reflection, to move forward and to bring more things into what you want to manifest into your future. It's definitely a great opportunity for self-development. And so I feel like a lot of people are kind of on that wave right now. They're able to honestly look at themselves, able to see some things they may or may not like. And the only way to change something about yourself, if you don't like it, is to first be aware of it. And then also it's great to be aware of your strengths as well, because those are the things that you're going to need to be able to draw on to promote change in your life. And so I'm going to go ahead and get shuffling. This is a 7-card spread, so it'll be very interesting. Not reading for like 1 or 2 people, but trying to read for I guess the nation as a whole. I feel like a lot of our hearts are open right now, and there's also a lot going on as far as people who don't have their hearts open. I feel like there's still a lot of hate, and I don't feel that, although as much as it is crazy, I don't think a lot of people really mean it that way. I feel like a lot of people are just hurting and they don't really know what to do with that. And so I feel like there's honestly a cry for help from a lot of people right now. And it's just really interesting to see how everyone is dealing with it differently. You have some people, like, I was very impressed and thankful for the people of Boston, because, you know, my home state, Massachusetts, gonna represent, for the thousands of people who showed up to counter-protest and to show that hate had no place there. And so I'm very thankful for those people, and it helped restore, you know, some of my faith in humanity at the moment. And so I think, you know, right now there's just a lot going on, and it'd be really interesting to see, you know, what the cards have to say for us. So this first card I'm going to go ahead and draw, it represents the fulcrum. It's kind of what's going on right now. If we were to take a snapshot of the moment and look over it, what is it that we would see at the current moment, not in the future, not in the past, but right now. And so what I see is the 7 of Ariel, which Ariel in this suite more represents emotions. She's more the water element when regarding this suit, or this deck, but she is the suit of water. So water dealing with our emotions, our emotional self, our creativity. Also how emotions can carry us over into work a lot of times is how Ariel tends to play out in this deck. And so some keywords here on the card 7 of Ariel: you have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest, review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. And so right now, we're trying to figure out a direction to go in, I feel, as American people. We're investing our time, we're investing our energy, and we're trying to see what's going to happen. I mean, a lot of things are kind of out of our hands at this point. It's not to say that we aren't powerful, but, you know, in order for us to make changes, we have to work our way up. I think a lot of things that are going on with the world right now, yes, a lot of it does happen here at the ground level between you, me, and everyday people, but a lot of things are also going on out of our control. And the most that we can do is voice our opinions, do what we're going to do, and then, you know, it's up to the world to sort itself out at the same time. And so right now, at least we have the intention to do something. We're not just sitting around waiting. We're planting the seeds like the farmer in the picture. Oops, it jumped at you. We're planting the seeds like the farmer in the picture to harvest our beautiful garden, and whatever it is you want to grow, you know, we're taking this time to manifest what we want, along with being guided by the angels there. Ariel, she's very present and she's shining with all of these different colors. And so I think that this is a great card to draw. Let's see what else is to be said. So the next card I'm going to draw is something for us to leave behind. Cut it off, let it go, let it fall away into oblivion. But yeah, and that is the Six of Gabriel. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, and promotions. And so Gabriel in this more represents like that spiritual fire that everyone has. Fire and elemental scale, or element, speaking on elements, yes, it has to do with emotions similar to water, but whereas water is a pull, fire is a push. It's something inside you that drives you. It's a fire that burns within us all. And 6 being the number of resolutions, transitions, like looking both ways in the mirrors and being able to cross over. It's this crossing over of this fire. Which fire also represents the solar plexus, or the ego. And so I think the way, regardless of what the card says, the way I take this card is for us to drop the ego. Drop the constant comparison, that resolution between ourselves. Stop stalking people's Instagrams and comparing your life and vying for things and envying things that you don't have. And just feeling so self-important all the time. Yes, we are all beautiful, we are all special, but drop the false air of self-importance. I think that's very real, because that ego is good when it's balanced, but if you feed too much into it, you end up not acting in your own best interest and also not in the best interest of others. And then you can become insatiable that way. And so I think it's really great for us to put that behind us. The next card I'm going to draw is something that we can learn from. You got the Ace of Raphael, which is really great. Raphael, and this suit represents healing, especially not just physical healing, but healing on an emotional scale as well. And so it's talking about positive new emotional experiences, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. 1, or ace, representing the number 1. First you have nothing and then you have something. And so it's like that spark, that feeling that we want to help each other, to heal each other, to do something with each other. And so I think that's a really great thing to take forward, to learn from. Learn how to open your heart to others. Learn how to listen to others. Learn how to be there for others. Our next card is what to take forward. Which you actually got a pip card. Number 14, solutions. Let's see some keywords here. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So this is what we have to take forward according to this card. If you look here, he's kind of traveling through the darkness, but there's still a light on his path. So he's not completely in the darkness, but it's still a dark, they are jumpy today. It's still a darker period. And you know, I think what the words are actually saying here make a lot of sense. I mean, we're in a time right now where things can go horribly wrong, or we can turn around ourselves and make them horribly or greatly right. And so we need to be objective. We need to learn how to compromise to reach each other. We need that self-control by killing off that ego, you know. We need the patience for each other. And that forgiving and healing energy, I think, is something we definitely should take forward. We need to find solutions with each other. And so having that opportunity to do so, I think is something that we're starting to see that we actually have. And some of us are already making those leaps and those bounds to do that. The next card is going to be an opportunity to look for, which we got the 10 of Gabriel. Again, Gabriel representing that spiritual fire that we have. And 10 represents a great number of completion. It's like finally reaching that doorknob and turning it so that we can open up something new for our lives. So it's really like a job well done. If we look at this card, let's see, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. And so the opportunity is to be able to call on other people for help. 10 of fire, so we've kind of already come through this door. So what can we do besides just depending on ourselves and satisfying ourselves? We can turn to our neighbors. We can turn to our friends. We can turn to other people who love and care about us. And that's not a bad thing to be able to call on other people, because a lot of people don't have that. And so if you have people you can reach out to in your life, people who can help you carry your burdens, don't be afraid to ask. You know, I think a lot of people are so prideful they don't ask, because everyone wants to say, oh, my life is perfect, I am great, I have nothing wrong with me, which is a lot of bull. Let's be honest. Like, it's okay to reach out sometime, especially from people who you know care about you and want to see you do well. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I need help. And so I think that's a really great opportunity for us to look for. The next card will represent a challenge that we have to face, which we got peace. And man, is that a challenge for us right now. We have to learn to release the past. There's a more enriching future coming if we continue to manifest it. We manifest so many things, so if you're not putting that positive energy out, if you're just staying stagnant in your negativity, then you're being a part of the problem. You're not being a part of the solutions. You have to learn how to let go of certain things, things that no longer serve us. You have to learn how to cut ties with things, whether it be people, workplaces, habits, whatever it may be. And so it's really urging us to say, hey, this is your challenge, people. We need to find peace. It's something that we can do. We have the ability to. And the cards and the archangels just want to push us in that direction. And then this last card is a message to draw throughout the year. Oh, this is a great one. Change your life. So it's a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. And then we see here the city lit up in green, which green dealing with the heart chakra, that connection between all people, things, really connection to appreciate the reality that we currently reside in. And so I think that's an awesome message to take with us throughout the year, because we do have the ability to change our lives. We have the ability to manifest the things that we want, although sometimes we may feel very powerless, but the truth is that we're actually not. And so I think this was a great reading here. Just to recap, where we are right now, we're the farmer who is planting and has planted their seeds, waiting for the harvest, waiting for something to turn up from what we're giving in. We can't control the plants to grow, but we can nurture them to do what we want them to. We have to leave behind that ego, to learn how to bridge those communication gaps and to love each other and to take on new emotional experiences. We have to take solutions into our future. Also looking for an opportunity, look for an opportunity to have someone help you. As weird as that sounds, because I know we're always taught to be independent, but try reaching out more. If not for someone to help you, for you to help somebody. A challenge that we're going to face, keeping that peace within ourselves, and then a message for the year is to change our lives. So I hope this has been a really great reading for you all. I think it's very exciting, just because I feel, with so much going on in this country, it's great to have some good news and to see that we do have the capability for change as a people, and to see where the angels are guiding us right now, and to see some of that even playing out in the action. Yes, there are horrible things happening, but everything must exist somewhere in the spectrum for balance. With all the horrible things you have happening, that only makes room for so much light to come and shine through. And so just seeing just little glimpses of that light coming through really just make my heart happy. And so I'm excited to see, what people really do in the next year, or few years, or however long. I'm excited to see how we take this positive energy that we still have and output it into the world. So I guess this would conclude our reading for the solar eclipse. I shall get back to you guys for the next video, but stay tuned. Alright guys, it is time for our lunar forecast for the week. We've actually got a lot of exciting, great things happening coming up. So today, Thursday the 24th, is the first day for the Libra moon. And so Libra being an air sign, it's also always about balancing. It's a really great sign for communication between people, for people to come together, for relationships. It's definitely a sign of bringing people closer proximity. And another really great thing, right now we have Jupiter in Libra, so when the moon goes into Libra, it'll actually be conjoining with Jupiter, which is the proponent of expansion, especially concerning your career. So this Libra moon is a really great time to expand on your career, whether it be different networking events, or just talking to your coworkers and improving your work relationships. I think that would be a grand opportunity. And this Libra moon is going to carry us out from the 24th all the way into Saturday the 26th. So that's a really great way to start going into the weekend. It's bringing people together. As we were saying and earlier in the reading, it's a great time for getting out of our own heads and coming and meeting people. And then on Sunday, our moon is going to transition over to the fixed water sign of Scorpio. And so we're probably going to feel a lot of intense emotions at this time. Water being an emotional sign, Scorpios tend to have a lot of intensity behind their emotions. They feel them a lot, which there's nothing wrong with feeling. And so it's a great opportunity for us to feel and be real with our emotions, to feel things through. I think there's no such thing as people being positive all of the time. If you are, then you're not real with yourself. And so, not to say that it has to go in a negative direction, but Sunday going into Monday, this will be a cool time to just get real, and maybe that is a time to get a little bit back into our heads after socializing and feeling ourselves out. And then starting Tuesday, we're going to go into a Sagittarius moon, which Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's a fire, and it's very much about personal transformation. And so we can transform ourselves a lot, and after having that insight we get from this Scorpio moon, we can take that energy, that fire behind it, and put it into good use. Use it. And that Sagittarius moon is actually going to carry us all the way through the 31st. And another thing to be aware of with the Sagittarius moon is that Lunar is still in Sagittarius. And so while we have this energy bringing us forward, it's also going to be a great opportunity to see where some things may still lie within us that maybe we haven't been honest with ourselves about, or that we may need to work on. Lilith often being a sign, or often describing like just the darkness of someone's personality, kind of like your shadow self. So with the shadow self residing in Sagittarius right now, and then us going into the Sagittarius moon after all this deep reflection, it's just important to keep your intentions intact, because if your intentions aren't clear, you may get swept up in that energy. But if you keep your intentions intact and you watch yourself and you're honest with yourself, then you have a really great opportunity to change some things in your life. Alright?